Good evening, everyone. It's great to see everyone here on a great night. Good evening and welcome to the Sasser Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony for two classes this year, 2020 and 2021. At this time, we are going to introduce the Hall of Fame members who are already in the Hall of Fame and are in attendance here tonight. We'll start with the class of 1998, John Brewman, honorary former baseball coach. Terry Spires, baseball. Class of 1999, my old friend Red, Randy Stokes. Class of 2000, Mark Clemens, baseball. Class of 2001, Sherry Johnson, softball. Class of 2002, Valentine Stump, women's cross country. Neil Payne, men's soccer. Ross Moore, men's soccer. Class of 2003, for whom this is all named, Buddy Sasser, honorary, former AD. (2004), Guy Norcott, men's soccer. Dr. Eddie Dyer, honorary. Class of 2005, Brad Hastings, men's golf. Neil Robinson, men's soccer. Kevin Schnall, baseball. Class of 2006, Dr. Ron Engel, honorary. Class of 2010, Adam Kime, baseball. (2011), Kerry Rosick, softball administration. Jess Danley, softball administration. Class of 2012, Anne Marie Motsinga, women's cross country and track. Chastity Johnson, women's track and field. (2014), Alan Connie, women's track and field administrator. (2016), Ron Dubell, baseball. Blair Monroe, women's soccer. (2017), Frank Talata, baseball. And 2018, Erica Peak, women's track and field. This time we'd like to pause for a moment of silence for Violet Mead and Lorenzo Talifaro.
Good evening, and a special thank you to Joe Cashin. I commended him on his service to our country. I know it's a day late, but how about a big hand for all our veterans? First off, to all the honorees, congratulations. We're so proud of you and grateful that you returned back to your alma mater, to Coastal Carolina University, with your family and friends, and we're delighted to have you here tonight. I came across this quote the other day that I wanted to share with you briefly. This is what this gentleman said in 1954. The greatest thing, I think, that ever happened in Horry County was Coastal Carolina. And it started from so near nothing. That was William Davis of Ahri, who was one of 13 of the founders, who made that statement in July of 1954. And as we reflect back on what's happened since that time, you all, the honorees, are part of the foundation that's now in place that's allowing us to do so many amazing things. And when I talk about amazing things before dinner tonight, by the way, today is Matt Hogue's birthday, so how about a big hand for Matt Hogue? But on the way in, Matt said, he handed me an envelope. And he said, it's not every day you get a letter like this. And the envelope is from the Heisman Trophy Trust. And lo and behold, it's addressed to Grayson McCall. And I just happen to be copied on it, as is Matt and Coach Chadwell and a few other folks. But Grayson is told, because of his performance, they've requested preliminary materials from our athletic department should he be chosen to be one of the finalists. How about that? So today, we enjoy how many consecutive weeks in the top 25, Matt? Over 20. We enjoy beautiful facilities. We have a national championship in baseball. We have high-performing student athletes in all of our sports. And that is thanks to the vision of people like William Davis, to the coaches, to the administrators, to folks like Buddy Sasser, Coach Moglia, to all the coaches that are here tonight. Thank you for what you've done, and to you honorees, thank you for how well you represent your alma mater. Thank you so much, and go Shants.
How's everyone tonight? Doing well? Thanks, Joe, for and Dr. Benson for the birthday wishes. As I start to get longer in the tooth, as they say, I'll have to use these tonight, which I didn't used to have to do very much. So bear with me there if I miss a word or so. Good evening to everyone and Teal Nation. This is one of my most favorite nights of the year, when we have a chance to reconvene and talk about the success and the excellence of Coastal Carolina University athletics and these fine inductees that we will add to our Hall of Fame this evening. There's a few acknowledgments that I would like to touch upon before we get into the rest of my remarks and then into our agenda for the evening. First off, as you noticed earlier tonight in our moment of silence, one of those individuals was Violet Mead. And I think it is appropriate to underscore not only the fact that she was a Hall of Famer, but her contribution, as Dr. Benson eloquently mentioned that of Mr. Davis and the roots of Coastal Carolina. Violet Mead was really the person who was the driving force behind women's athletics at Coastal Carolina University. And we've had tremendous female athletes in our midst tonight and have had many through the years. And Violet got that started as an early coach of our women's teams, and I would be remiss if we didn't mention that, particularly as we head into the 50th anniversary of Title IX, which has opened so many doors and so many opportunities for female student athletes. Number two tonight, I want to give a brief clarification. Part of this induction for not only 2020 and the 2021 class includes our 2016 National Championship baseball team. Absolutely. If we tried to put everyone who enjoyed that in Omaha in this room, it would have been an impossibility, right? So we are working on a very special separate event that will take place next fall. We're working with Coach Gilmore and the baseball staff. The fall is a lot better for them. Obviously, they are chasing championships in the spring. So be on the lookout for that, because we're going to reconvene and have another great evening and another great event to focus in specifically on the folks involved with that team, everybody that played a role in sharing the memories and the successes and accomplishments of 2016. So keep that on your radar. And then the last acknowledgement tonight had the great privilege, as several of us in the room did earlier this week. We were in New York City at a very special night called the Fordham Founders. It is one of the top events on the schedule in New York, and one of the honorees this year was our very own Coach Moglia. So I want to recognize Joe tonight, and he was named a Fordham Founder on Monday night, which is a very prestigious honor. So let's give Joe a round of applause. I'm not sure if I can follow the incredible repartee of the Jesuits that I heard on Monday night, but I'll give it my best shot as a Presbyterian. I do want to make sure that we recognize our Hall of Fame committee. Those of you in the room, you know who you are. If you could just stand and be recognized tonight, our Hall of Fame committee that helps put on the induction each and every year. Let's give them a round of applause. And I know we also have some members of our Board of Trustees at Coastal Carolina University here with us tonight, and our executive staff, our president's cabinet. So if you could please stand and be recognized as well for all that you contribute to the university. Thank you so much. So each year I kind of ponder on the inductees that are here before us, and so last night I woke up around 3 o'clock thinking about the Hall of Fame. I usually wake up at 3 o'clock most every night for probably other reasons, but this time it was the Hall of Fame. And you know, I finally kind of settled back down, and my wife Laura and my daughter Caroline, who are with me tonight, and Laura said, where have you been? I'm pretty sure she was asleep, but it was a fair question. And I said, well, I've kind of been on a journey reflecting about the Hall of Fame. And then she just kind of went back to sleep, you know, and let that go. But that's really what it was. You know, I started thinking about the really neat privilege and opportunity that I've had to have watched every one of our inductees tonight personally. I had a chance to be in their presence as they chased their dreams and accomplished the dreams that they wanted for themselves, not only as a student athlete, but as a student and a graduate of Coastal Carolina University. And what a privilege that was. So let's maybe go through some of that, the opportunities I've had a chance to see. So we start with Letitia tonight. I don't know where Letitia is sitting tonight, but crossing that finish line, winning the conference championship on a brisk fall morning in the upstate a few years ago, and blowing away the competition to win that championship. And she did it running barefoot. Probably didn't know that, did you? And Letitia, do you have shoes on tonight? I'm going to assume. Right there. She also has a brand newborn baby, just 5 months old. So congratulations to you and Ryan. So then I wandered into August 2013 on a hot, humid night in Orangeburg, South Carolina. We're opening the football season against South Carolina State. Joe, of course, is coaching our team. It's a tough game against a good opponent. I was actually still behind the microphone at that time, and we were in need of a play because they were about to go in and make it a two-score game on the opening night of the season. And here comes number 30. Here comes number 30, Quinn Backus, blocks a field goal, returns it for a game-changing touchdown. Everything turns around. The Chanticleers go on to a victory. So it's great to see Quinn here tonight and to induct him. And then I started thinking about that sweet lefty swing that Connor Owings had, that always seemed to find a spot in the outfield, always found green grass, and a particular home run that he had that's probably still traveling somewhere near Baton Rouge tonight in Game 1 of the Super Regionals. And Alex Ross, those pinpoint passes, the precise decision-making, watching you play through a hurt shoulder in Fargo, North Dakota, and still getting it done on the field, even though we know you were hurting. And remembering when you wore number 12 and came out to replace an injured Aramis Hillary in your freshman year before you started wearing your iconic number 4. Zach Remillard, getting just enough contact to keep that rally alive in a driving rainstorm at about 12:30 a.m. in Raleigh, North Carolina. A rally that ended up lasting about 18 hours into the next day, as we all know. Mikey Moe, hitters are still baffled by your devastating sinker. And I know those folks that you're now coaching at the University of Maryland will benefit from that. And who could forget you walking off the mound, getting a standing ovation from folks in Omaha, and then that memorable interview when you talked about just how much Coastal Carolina meant to you, that the entire nation saw your love for your school and your coaches. And then Mike and GK, Mike Paez, GK Young, who had 2 of the biggest swings in our athletic history. Shots heard round Teal Nation, sending the Chanticleers to Omaha with Mike's bouncer down the third base line at LSU, and then of course GK's 2-run homer late in the game, giving us just enough of an edge to hold off that Arizona rally and secure the championship. And then lastly tonight, I also had the privilege through all these times in person to watch the graceful power of Lorenzo Talifaro run the football, who was the perfect complement to Alex and Quinn and those great teams that Joe coached and put us in the national headlines for the first time. And I know tonight that his presence is here with us, and what a great athlete and great person he was to be around. And at the end of the day, yes, they're going into a Hall of Fame. But tonight's select inductees also could be inducted into maybe the Hall of Perseverance. They could possibly be inducted into a Hall of Toughness. They definitely would be inducted into the Hall of Humility. If you knew each and every one of them, you knew what they did off the field had just as much character and accomplishment as what they did on. Reading to kindergartners. The kids at the Miracle League that our baseball players do such a great job with every year, and all the other community service hours that they never, ever said no to. And that's what's really going to leave their legacy as they move on as Hall of Fame members. So tonight, I salute all of you, all of our inductees. Sit back and enjoy your night of excellence. We're looking forward to hearing your stories. You've become immortal in the annals of Coastal Carolina University, and your signature now includes the letters HOF. So enjoy it. Thank you.
Our first inductee, Quinn Backus, football, 2011-2014. He was voted the 2014 FCS Athletic Directors Association Top Collegiate Linebacker. College Football Performance Awards 2015 Elite Linebacker Award. A 2-time finalist for the Buck Buchanan FCS National Defensive Player of the Year Award in 13 and 14. 3-time All-American, 2012, 13, and 14. 2014 and 15 Howard Bagwell Big South Male Athlete of the Year, and that's all sports. 3-time Big South Defensive Player of the Year in 2012, 13, and 14. He was a 3-time All Big South First Team Selection in 12, 13, and 14. 3-time Big South Champion in 12, 13, and 14. 11 times Big South Defensive Player of the Week Award winner. And he is still the all-time leader in total tackles with 441. What a warrior. What a warrior. Love watching that kid play for 4 years. Amazing. this time I'd like to invite Quinn Backus to the stage.
It's my time to talk? Yeah, sure. Okay, all right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Oh, you want to?
Yeah.
All right.
Try to check it on first.
So that's my first time doing it. So.
You go quick. Yeah, I get it.
I'm good for like 2 plays. Critical situation. Yep. Make sure. I won't be up here long. Thank y'all for the honor. I'm glad to be a part of it. Just a quick little story. I'm blessed to be a part of the Sasser, Buddy Sasser Athletic Hall of Fame. So much went into it as far as my whole process of coming to Coastal Carolina. I was always considered undersized for the position that I played, so that's kind of motivated me to just give it all that I had. Football became a part of my identity early in life. The game helped me become a man. It increased my self-esteem. It also gave me the confidence to be successful in life. I thank my family, everybody that's here. I wish I could have invited everybody, but I thank you for my family, for the love and support they gave me to be able to accomplish this, to be a part of the Hall of Fame. I'll never forget the first time coming on my official. My parents was like, they committed to Coastal before I did. And so after that, I was like, yeah, I have no choice but to come to Coastal. So I will never forget that moment. I'm thankful for my Greenwood coaches and community for just the exposure of having a top program and allowing me to get the exposure that was necessary for me to come here. Thankful for Coach Bennett and his coaching staff for recruiting me and being a part of that class. I'm thankful for Coach Moglia and his staff for just maximize my abilities to help me be up here and to put this football program on another level and gain us the national attention that we deserve. Thankful for my teammates and the sacrifices they made. A lot of times we're talking to me, it's like, man, Quinn, you do what you want to do. And I just be like, man, you got to talk to the coach about that. So thankful for my roommates, D'Angelo Henderson and Trishawn McQueen, just those talks we used to have about what we're trying to accomplish, what our vision for the program, and just constantly motivating each other to work hard, those 5 a.m. workouts. A lot of us didn't want to go to them. It's like, hey, man, hey, you up? All right, let's go. We got to get to practice. Thankful for Alice Ross and his legacy, his courage, and just challenging us to be better all around. All right. And overall, I just thank you all for grooming me into the man that I am today and providing me with the tools and the resources to be successful in life today. So thank you all. Go Giants.
Next, we have Letitia Saayman, cross country and track and field, 2011 through 2015. Two-time NCAA cross-country championships participant in 14 and 15. Four-time NCAA Southeast regional participant, 2012, 13, 14, and 15. 2015 NCAA cross-country All-American. 2015 NCAA Southeast Region Runner of the Year and named Southeast All-Region in cross-country. Two-time Big South cross-country champion and Runner of the Year in 2013 and 15. The 2012 Big South cross-country Rookie of the Year. Two-time Big South individual champion in indoor track and field, 5,000 meters, 2014 and 15. Four-time Big South individual champion in outdoor track and field, 5,000 meters in 2015, 10,000 meters in 12, 14, and 15. 16 all Big South honors. 4 in cross country, 6 in indoor track and field, and 6 in outdoor track and field. She holds a Coastal Carolina University school record for the women's 5K cross country and women's 6K. Named to the 2010 through 2019 Big South All-Decade Team for women's cross country, women's indoor track and field, and women's outdoor track and field. What a list of accomplishments. Amazing. Welcome Letitia to the stage.
I brought myself a list because I'm a guidance counselor for really tiny little kids, and so it's way easier to talk to little kids than to adults. So I'm like, I'm gonna bring me a list tonight. So I just want to first congratulate everybody that's being inducted here tonight. It's really a true honor for me to be among such amazing athletes. I'm kind of a fangirl, so to me it was a great shock when I got that phone call, and I think when Carrie Rosick called me, I probably asked, "Are you serious?" like 3 times, and she was like, "Yes, Letitia, I am serious." And I was like, "Okay, so we'll do this." But and then after that call, I was taken back to this very vivid memory of us having a cross country meeting in the Brooks Stadium where all the Hall of Fame flags hung, and that's mine. I'm sorry. And so we had this cross-country meeting in Brooks Stadium, and it was where all the flags hung. And after the meeting, I kind of walked over there, and I just read some of the compliments of the athletes, and I read some of the names. And before I knew it, Coach Connie was behind me, and he said, "Letitia, one day your plaque's going to hang up here, and you're going to be an All-American." And I think I responded with something like, "Haha, that would be cool." And now, I don't know if you remember that, Coach Connie, but that was a truly special moment for me, and I want to thank you tonight for speaking that over my life and for coaching me with that belief in your heart. And so that gave me a dream, and that gave me a goal, and that's why I'm here tonight. So I want to thank you for that. And then it goes without saying that I did not achieve any of this on my own, and it definitely took a village, and I want to thank that village tonight because most of them are here. And I want to start off with my family in South Africa, who are obviously not here tonight, but I know that they would love to be here. They supported me with this dream, even though I missed every single Christmas for 9 years. They still sent me to the U.S. when I was just 18 years old, and I don't know how my dad just let a 4'11" tiny girl get on a plane, but he did it, and it was awesome. And so I'm super thankful for that and for his courage in doing that too. And then I also want to thank my American family that's here tonight, and you guys welcomed me into your family since the day that Ryan and I met, and I want to thank you for not only introducing me to North Carolina barbecue, okay, which is awesome, but also for staying till the very last end of meets and watching me run 25 laps around a track. I know that can get long, but you guys did that, and I'm super thankful for that. And then I want to thank my teammates, who some of them are here, my Triple Crown winning teammates. That was an awesome year, and I want to thank y'all for the endless friendships and really lifelong friendships that I still have with all of them. To my coaches, who some of them are here too tonight, I want to thank y'all for just coaching me the way that you did, and I have tremendous respect for each one of you, and it was just a great joy to run for each one of them and also to participate as a Chanticleer. And then lastly, to my husband, Brian, you supported me as a teammate when we were in college, and today I'm just so thankful for the life that God gave us together, and we have a 5-week-old son, and being a parent with you is just the most amazing thing. And yes, I am just so blessed, and I feel like God has just been so good to me in my life, and it's a true honor for me to stand up here tonight, so I want to thank you all, and have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Next is Lorenzo Talifaro, inducted posthumously. Football 2012 through 2014. And Zena Talifaro will accept tonight for Lorenzo. He was a 2013 Walter Payton Award finalist. 2013 Associated Press second team All-American. 2013 the Sports Network and Stats FCS second team All-American. 2013 Sporting News Fabulous 50 team and All-American. 2013 College Sports Journal All-American. He was the 2013 and 14 Big South Male Athlete of the Year. And again, that's all sports. 2013 Big South Offensive Player of the Year. All Big South first team selection in 2013. He was a 2-time Big South champion in 2012 and 2013. A 5-time Big South Offensive Player of the Week award winner in 2013. He played in the 2014 Senior Bowl. He was drafted in the 4th round of the 2014 NFL Draft by the Baltimore Ravens and played 3 years in the NFL with the Ravens. The best single season a Coastal Carolina running back has ever had, 2013. Couldn't get him off the field. Thought others might get there, but couldn't beat Zoe. Couldn't get him off the field. Loved watching him play. Taliaferro will accept for Lorenzo.
I'm thankful. I thank everybody, coaches, coach, his teams, his staff. I appreciate everything that you did, my family, my friends. I thank you all. I'm gonna let my daughter speak about him.
Sorry, you guys. It's a little emotional because, of course, we miss Lorenzo dearly. My brother, he was an amazing person, and his dream was to always play football. And he worked really hard, and he got to follow his dream, something he always wanted to do. And one thing that I can say that is amazing is seeing his son and my son grow so close together, and they both are athletic and they're following in his footsteps. My brother, he was a funny person, he was loving, and he did everything for anybody, stranger, anybody. I wasn't prepared for this, sorry. I just want to thank everyone for the opportunity that he had here at Coastal and all the coaches that helped him move forward and everything. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we have the 2016 College World Series National Championship baseball team. Quickly before they play that, I don't know if you'll remember this or not. I've got a few stories from being out there, but see Barry Lippman sitting over there. And the morning of the final game, right? Okay, so we had one rained out, so we get the final game finally on Thursday morning. We got to play at 12 noon local time. Get on the elevator. He's on the elevator. We're going down in the hotel, and I said, this is going to be something today. And all he said was, it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. And I've never forgotten that. I've never forgotten you saying that, because Lord knows was that epic. Goodness.
He turns on that one. Look out. That is out of here. Home run. On to first. Got him at first. Ball game. Coastal Carolina has won the Big South Championship.
And a miss, and the inning is over.
Listen.
The center fielder Billy Cuckoo hauls it in, and Coastal Carolina has come from behind in Raleigh, knocked off the Wolfpack, and the Chanticleers are on their way to a super regional.
That one's hit well to left field, and it's back-to-back jacks.
One pitch, breaking ball hit to third and over the head of the third baseman, down into the left field corner. Around third is Marks, and Marks is going to score! And Coastal is going to the College World Series! They dogpiled out beyond third, and Gary Gilmore has done it. Chopper to the left side, charging is Paez. The shortstop double clutches, throws across the diamond in time, and he's out. Coastal Carolina wins in its debut in the College World Series, knocking off the #1 national seed. What a way to make your first appearance in Omaha.
That one's got no play anywhere. It gets through the infield, right by two. Young and Owings both score.
Remillard in foul ground makes the catch, and Coastal Carolina has eliminated the Texas Tech Red Raiders in a 7-5 win.
Cook coming on, makes the catch. Beck with back-to-back beauties, and Coastal survives. This one is driven to right field. Austin Wade going back at the track, and it's gone! Home run, Tyler Chadwick.
Bouncing ball to the shortstop. Pious flips to Chadwick for one. On to first, high throw. He comes down on the bag. And the first timers are one of the last two standing. Coastal Carolina is in the CWS Finals. Here's the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, it down. He goes on strikes. Binky set down.
He got it. Caught it first, and we will have a game to decide it all tomorrow night. Package. Young to right. This one's deep, and it is gone. G.K. Young, the Carolina kid, makes it 4-0. He got him, and it's all over. Coastal Carolina rules the roost. They win the championship.
For the first time ever, Coastal Carolina is the NCAA champion.
The shot clears, improbable
complete. Teal Nation celebrate the first ever national championship.
Mike Morrison's our next inductee rather, baseball 2013 to 2016. My daughter plays volleyball in Lexington, and I was there about 3 weeks ago. And I had my Coastal shirt on. I walk in there, and there's a lady sitting there, and she sees it, and she says, "Shant's up." I'm like, "Lexington, South Carolina." "Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, good. Like to hear that." I said, "Did you go to Coastal?" And she said, "No, my brother did." I said, "Oh, really? Your brother went to Coastal?" And I'm not thinking about Lexington, South Carolina, and anything along those lines. I said, "Well, who's your brother?" "Well, my brother played baseball." "Baseball? Okay, I know this guy." "Well, who is he?" "Mike Morrison." I said, "Mike Morrison? How about that?" I said, "Let me tell you something," and Matt referenced this earlier. When he walked off the mound in the 8th inning of that game and got us to where we had to go, his first college start, he got us to where we had to go in that game, and he comes off to a standing O. That whole place is just on fire. It was unbelievable. I've always wanted to tell Gilly this. I don't know if I ever have, but that was the most unbelievable moment, I think. And I've been around Coastal Athletics for almost 20 years, and I've seen so many great football moments and memories. I mean, but I don't know about that whole run. That's the one that I've always remembered the most. When he comes off that mountain like that, and that place just went nuts. So anyway, now my little story about Mikey Buzz. We introduced him here. A member of the 2016 College World Series National Championship team, a 2016 first-team All-American by Collegiate Baseball, a 2016 third-team All-American by NCWBA and Perfect Game, a 2016 All-Big South first-team selection, tabbed the 2016 Big South Tournament MVP, named to the 2016 NCAA Raleigh Regional All-Tournament team. He was named to the 2010 through 19 Big South Baseball All-Decade team. He holds the Coastal Carolina program record for most saves in a single season that year as a senior with 11 in 2016. And he was drafted in the 27th round in the 2016 MLB draft by the Chicago White Sox. Mike Morrison to the stage.
How we doing, all right? I like to talk a lot, so 3 to 5 minutes may not happen here. First thing I want to thank, let me address the room real quick. All right, good, here we go. I want to thank Matt Hogue. Obviously, man, you helped us a lot through everything we did. Dr. DeCenzo was the president when I was here. I want to thank him. Dr. Benson, thank you for everything you've done so far. Next, I want to thank all the other Hall of Famers and congratulate them today. I mean, Rossi, Quinn, Zoe, Hob, I see you're here, man. Y'all put the program on the map, man. Y'all should be proud as heck of that. And obviously, the greatest runner in history of the school. I know we had SAC together, and I remember Carrie telling me about the shoe thing, and I had never been more amazed in my life how Coach had to go pick up stuff on the track. It was unbelievable to me. So congratulations for that. Next, I want to thank my friends and family that are here. My in-laws, Shelly Hayward, Zach, Will, Jared, Woody, Dave Parrott's here. Woody Woodall's here. I love all you guys. Tony, my dad's new wife's here. I'm glad to have all y'all here. Y'all made all this really, really worth it for me. So with that being said, I'm getting a little fast here. I'm going to slow down, public speaking. I want to thank my teammates. Couldn't have done without my teammates. They're phenomenal. I love them all. Marks and AC aren't here. They're the two nut jobs you probably remember the most. I know Marks is somewhere going to watch these videos all night and get all jacked up and call us and send us 10 more videos of him double fist pump flexing. So with that being said, Andrew Beckwith's not here as well. Me being a pitcher, I couldn't have done everything I did without Dap. And Dap was by far our best pitcher on that team, 15-1. Won the dang whatever called series MVP award, and I want to thank Dap too because he put me in situations to where I could have success. So thank you, Dap. I know you're not here, but maybe you'll see a video. I want to thank my best friends Connor, Remy, Zach. That's Remy and Zach, same person. And Connor, Remy, and Chatty. Chatty's not here. He's got a football game tomorrow. You three guys really kind of had my backs in every struggle that I had in college, and I love you guys so much and extremely grateful for you guys. Learned so much from y'all. With that being said, I want to thank Connor's parents, Sherry and John. I love you guys very much. Thank y'all for everything. I want to thank Ernie and Jen. Thank you guys so much for everything y'all did for me when I was in college. Tim and Amy, I see y'all over there. Thank you guys so much for everything you did for me. All right, let's tone it back in here. Got to get to the coach's table. I'm a bit of a baby, so I know Gilly's up here laughing. That's awesome. I want to thank Coach Gilmore, Coach Schill. I'm just going to link y'all together, and Kevin, Coach Schnall, Coach Carter as well. I'm going to link y'all all together here. I thank y'all for everything y'all did for me, man. Y'all had my back for a loud little kind of a little bit of crap to me, and I always said what I wanted to say, and y'all always had my back to the team, man, no matter what it was, even when I was right or wrong. So thank y'all for that, and obviously taking a chance on a righty 83, 85 out of high school also. I don't know what y'all are doing. I'm in that profession now. That's probably not the move, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all. Actually, I'm going to talk on Kevin for a minute. Kevin, man, I know you came back our last year, and I really think you really put that last piece together for us, man. And I really appreciate that. You taught me a lot of stuff that I wasn't getting from these guys. Not that you just do things a little bit differently, as everyone else knows. So I thought that was huge, and that gets overlooked sometimes, Kev. So I appreciate you, man. I love you. And then Drew Thomas isn't here tonight, obviously, but I love that guy. He was the one who saw me, and when I was pitching that day, and I was 83, 85. So, but anyways, I want to thank him, man. I'm forever in debt to him for giving me the chance to play here and giving me that call when I was leaving football practice, and I had a voicemail, and I was like, Coastal Carolina, there's no way I'm not good enough to go there. And the guy called me, and then I went down to a camp, and then the rest is, I guess it's history now. So that's pretty cool. With that being said, Barry, where you at over there? B, I love you, man. All my teammates pick on me. I'm like a 80-year-old man in a 20-year-old's body when I played here. So the nights that we spent in the hotel room doing acupuncture and arm care and all the crap all summer and every lift you monitored and every front squat you made me do I didn't want to do, man. I wouldn't have done anything in my athletic career without you. And I appreciate you, B, and I love you, brother. My sister, I'm going to get to my family now, so this is going to be the hard part, and I'll be quick. I'm sorry. My sister, Breeze, isn't here. She actually just got COVID, so everyone still be safe out there. I love her very much. I'm very grateful for her. She was my rock growing up, so I love the heck out of her, and I wish she was here tonight. But that being said, my dad's here. Pops, I love you, old man. I'm just glad you're here tonight, big dog. And I know you made a lot of sacrifices for me to get to this point, man, and I'm super, super happy about that, and thank you. My late mother, I want to thank her. She's obviously not here tonight, but she'd be so damn proud of me you wouldn't even understand. So, and then my last three people, I want to thank my beautiful wife. Jordan, I love you, honey. You were with me all 4 years in college, and that makes it a lot easier to be a better athlete when you have the same woman in your life. And just being that rock where I could just focus on baseball was made it really, really easy for me, honey, and I love you, and I love you. All right. Okay, last two people here, 2.5 maybe. Amanda, Ahri, my sweet sister, and my sweet niece. You guys, probably obviously everyone knows Andy, I'll get to him, but my two, most solid foundation of people in my life. And Amanda, I just want to thank you for everything. For me growing up and seeing the stuff that you have to go through made it a hell of a lot easier to pitch when my arm was sore, Coach. I just want to let you know that. And I would like to thank her for that. She's the toughest, strongest woman I've ever met in my entire life. And my sweet little niece, I love you, honey. You're growing up so fast. Please quit growing. I'm so proud of everything you do. And then my brother, Andy, I'm going to be honest. Andy's by far my biggest fan, okay? He's my biggest fan of anyone in the world, but that meant no matter what. That meant if I gave up 8 earned runs in the second inning, or if I struck out 25 guys. No matter what, I was getting that text from him after, and him being so damn proud of me. And for me and all this, brother, I just want to say thank you. I don't thank you enough. Thank you so much for always having my back, looking up there and seeing your crazy ass yelling. And man, I know I tried to act like it wasn't cool when I was in college, man, but that's cool, man. But no, all right, I'm done. I'm sorry. Thank y'all. Go Sean. I appreciate you.
Our next inductee is Connor Owings, baseball 2013-2016. That was my 9-year-old daughter's favorite player at the time as they were going through that. She couldn't get enough of Connor Owings. I had to see him all the time on the TV, wanted to watch him. He was a member of the 2016 College World Series National Championship Team, a 2016 First Team All-America by the ABCA and NCAA, a 2016 Second Team All-American by Collegiate Baseball and D1 Baseball, 2016 Third Team All-American by Perfect Game. He was named the 2016 Big South Player of the Year. He was a 2016 Greg Olson Award finalist, a 2016 ABCA All-Region First Team honoree, a 3-time All-Big South Conference selection, named to the 2014 Big South All-Tournament team. He started and played in every game over 3 seasons, 2014, 15, and 16. He was a 34th round draft pick in the 2016 MLB draft by the Arizona Diamondbacks, and was named to the 2010 through 19 Big South Baseball All-Decade Team. Welcome Connor Owings to the stage.
Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know, Mike and I have been best friends since we were about 5 or 6, so it was only meant to be that I'd have to follow that, big dog. I'm going to talk about a lot of things Mike did also and harp on it, so I apologize in the future. But like Mike said, I just want to congratulate the other inductees also. It's funny because, you know, when Quinn and Zoe are a year older, so we feel like so much younger than them when we're really not. But like I told Quinn earlier, we looked up to him and Zoe and those guys and seeing what they did, and it's truly an honor to be in the same class as them, and Ross seeing what he did. And obviously we all knew the legend of Letitia and no shoes around campus, and then our other baseball guys here as well. First I just want to say I'm so grateful and humbled by this. It's truly a once-in-a-lifetime honor. And I'm just so thankful for this university and this community and the opportunity it gave me, and all of you in this room and the alumni and those that came before us that made Coastal what it was for when we were there and what the world is getting to see now that it is. And I obviously want to next thank our coaching staff, Coach Gilmore and Coach Schnall, Coach Schilling and Coach Thomas. Kind of like Mike, we were not the best players in high school, and you guys gave us an opportunity that a lot of people weren't giving us, and you gave us a chance, and you held us to a high standard, and you pushed us not only as a player but a person, and that's something I'm eternally grateful for, and I'll be in debt to you for a long time for that. I want to thank my teammates that are here. Like Mike said, Remy and Chatty and him, you guys are some of my best friends in my life, and I love you. And we got Dave and Woody and AC and Marks. Those guys aren't here, and they're in my class, and I just want to thank you for pushing me as a leader and as a player. You made me tougher, you made me stronger, and definitely made some of the best memories of my lifetime, for sure, with you. And next, most of you know, my first year here at Coastal, I found out I had some health trouble and health diagnosis, and I want to thank you, Barry, kind of like Mike did, and Gilly. I was a freshman at summer school. A lot of people might have gave up on me just because I hadn't proven anything. I wasn't a guy, but you guys took it as a challenge, and you and Barry, you guys researched. Barry found workouts, found nutritionists, found people that came to Coastal for me and helped not only put me in the best shape of my life, but put my health in a place where I was able to hold off a transplant as long as I could. And I'm eternally grateful for that. And Coach White also, all you guys. And finally, I want to thank my family. I want to thank my two brothers, Kyle and Christopher, for setting a standard for me. You guys left big shoes to fill around our little town, and I took it as a challenge and an opportunity, and you guys showed me what hard work was like at a young age, and I'm grateful for that. And then my brother Kyle, when he finished his playing career, he still had to finish his degree, so he came with me at Coastal. We lived together. We had some good times, but that guy didn't miss a game like Andy. No matter the score, no matter the temperature, that guy was up there. So I thank you for that, Lurch. And then my aunt and my grandma are here. You guys have been with me every step of the way, from every little event to a big game. You guys have been there in the stands, and I love you. Thank you. And then my mom and dad, I thank you. I love you. Thanks for being my role models and my biggest supporters and everything in between. I love you. Thanks for all the machine work and the BP and anything and everything I needed, John Boy. And Mom, thanks for always being my guardian angel. For those of you who don't know, my mom gave me a kidney, so I'm eternally grateful for that. So I love you. And I love you guys. Thank you.
Our next inductee is Michael Pious, baseball, 2014 to 2016. Yeah, he has one of the more underrated moments in that run. As you go back to that year in the Big South Championship game, our last game in the Big South, Pious hit the only, he had a ball that went halfway to Gilbert, and that was the only run of the game, and we beat Liberty to win the conference championship. Beat Liberty, right? Yeah. Tell me beat Liberty, that's a good thing, but that was kind of an underrated moment. Anyway, Michael Pious, a member of the 2016 College World Series National Championship team. two-time All-Big South selection in 2015 and 16, a two-time Big South All-Tournament team honoree in 15 and 16, 2015 ABCA All-Region Second Team honoree, a semifinalist for the 2015 Brooks Wallace Award, that's the best college shortstop. Holds the Coastal record for the most putouts by a shortstop in a single season with 127 in 2016. He was named the 2010 through 19 Big South Baseball All-Decade Team. He ranks second all-time in CCU history with 112 double plays turned. He ranks third all-time in CCU history with 515 career assists. And he was a fourth-round pick in the 2016 Major League Baseball draft by the New York Mets. Welcome Michael Pious to the stage.
I want to start off by saying thank you for everyone that set up this event. It's amazing. I've always heard about it, but never attended, obviously, so this is awesome. And the football team, I always heard about you guys on campus. Always thought you guys were like the celebrities, the famous guys. Never spoke to you guys because I was too nervous, but I'm glad we're in the same class, and this is awesome. And obviously, everyone's heard the stories of the no shoes. So it was amazing to be in the same class as you. I want to thank my coaches to start us up. You guys took a huge chance on me. I was a 5'8", 150-pound kid in Miami. No Division I offers, nothing. And then they saw me at a backfield at a random tournament and invited me to come to a camp. And when I came on campus, I told my dad, I was like, I need to come here. I don't know how. I don't know how I'm going to convince them, but I need to come to this school. And I had a good day. Ended up going to Winthrop the next day for another camp, trying to go there. And as soon as I pulled up to the school, I said, I am not coming here. So I called Gilmore like the next week, and I'm like, hey, I'm committing here. This is it. I want to thank my coaches as well. Being not looked at in Division I baseball or Major League Baseball or anything like that, to develop me through the 3 years I was at Coastal to have a chance to live out my dream and get drafted. Not a lot of people from in Miami and my high school and stuff got to experience stuff like that. So I want to thank you guys so much for that. My teammates, Mike, Zag, CO, you guys, made my time at Coastal, like a brotherhood. There's not much I could, express how much they meant to me through that whole time. Staying late, watching basketball, football, fantasy football, whatever it was like something, a getaway from the field. And thank you guys so much for always being there for me. GK and his family, like my freshman year, I was so nervous, coming from Miami to a small town. This is a small town for me, but smaller town and, different culture and stuff like that. They brought me in like a son, taking me to the river, tried wakeboarding or whatever it's, doing stuff like that, it made me so much more comfortable. I'm getting a home cooked meal from you guys and stuff like that. So that went a long way for me, especially getting comfortable in a new place. So thank you guys so much for that. I want to thank my family. So much dedication, you guys sending me to all these camps and tournaments, sacrificing your own vacations to take me wherever the heck they needed me to go to do a tournament. So thank you guys so much for that. My host family, Dan and Sam, they're here. I got privilege of playing in the Cape Cod League, and they took care of me while I was there, gave me everything I wanted, went on ride along because he's a police officer, so I got to see some bad guys. And then my grandma, she was always on my high school games, going to all of them, and didn't miss one, so I love you for that. And lastly, my wife. We were best friends in high school, didn't date or anything like that, but decided to do the hard route and start dating in college, doing long distance. And you're always with me through everything, highs and lows, always kept me grounded. And if I was struggling, she always brought me back up. She went with me all these small towns in professional baseball, sacrificed her own career to, follow me and, always be there for me. So thank you so much for that. So everyone have a good night and love everybody.
All right, next we have Zach Remillard, baseball, 2013 through 2016. Zach was a member of the 2016 College World Series National Championship team. 2016 third team All-America by the NCAA. 2016 honorable mention All-America by Perfect Game. He was named the 2016 NCAA Raleigh Regional Most Valuable Player. He earned a spot on the 2016 College World Series All-Tournament team. He was a 2016 ABCA All-Region second team honoree, a 2016 All-Big South first team selection, a two-time Big South All-Tournament team selection in 2015 and 2016. He was named to the 2010 through 2019 Big South Baseball All-Decade team. He ranks second in Coastal Carolina history in career at-bats with 895. He ranks second in Coastal history in career games played with 243. He ranks second in Coastal Carolina history in career games started with 239. He ranks fifth in Coastal history in career RBIs with 168. And he was drafted in the 10th round of the 2016 Major League Baseball draft by the Chicago White Sox. Welcome Zach Remillard to the stage.
Yeah, just to, like I said, reiterate, tough to go third, and as you can see, we're a pretty emotional bunch, so I'll try to keep it pretty easy on you. But congrats to everyone, yeah, football, cross country, everyone. It's an honor. This group's an amazing group, and this is an amazing community, so I'm very honored to be here tonight and looking forward to the weekend together. there's a lot of people that I'd love to thank individually, and there's a lot of people in this room, but due to time constraints, I want to touch on a few individuals. I want to first start by thanking God. Center of my life, Coach Gilmore, grew a lot. We grew a lot together in that area, and that's just something that's very important to me, and I think that's the priority for tonight. I want to thank my beautiful wife, Rachel, everything you've done. Shout out to Barry Littman. I know you've been waiting for that for a long time, but my wife and I actually met and started dating in college through the training room, and our trainer, Barry, we had to fight for his time, so thanks for that, Bear. My mom and dad, thank you for encouraging me all along the way, being a tremendous support system, and just teaching me to never give up on my dreams, because this place is definitely a dream to me. So I want to thank my brother, who is the main reason I chose Coastal Carolina. If I'm being honest, before I was looking into colleges, I don't know that I would have ever ended up here if it weren't for my brother leading that path and putting in a good word. So thank you for allowing this day to happen. I want to thank all of my family and the Ferrara family and just everyone that's came out to support me tonight. I really, really appreciate you guys being here, and it's a tremendous honor. I want to thank my teammates, Mike, CO, Dave, Woody, all you guys, everyone. Mikey, wherever you are, you're hiding over here, a different part. But you guys are amazing. I wouldn't be here today, and I'm not going to get choked up like you all did. But you know I love you to death, and you know that none of us would be in this position today without the support of one another. So thank you guys. But ultimately, just a note and a thought. Tonight for me is a lot bigger than baseball or sports or any one individual getting inducted. Tonight's about recognizing the impact of a very selfless and very caring community. College was a time in our young adult lives where there's a lot of influence, and you're in a pretty important decision-making period in your life. And to be surrounded by so many people in this room and in our community to help mold us into someone that we wanted to be or someone we could be proud of. And the person you're seeing here today is a product of a lot of the things that you guys in this room have done for me. So I just want to thank you all. And along with that, just a side thought, something that resonates with me that I carry with me through my life that I learned from Coach Gilmore, that staff, that culture, that team, that community. It's just that relationship is the foundation for any sort of greatness. To create a culture built on serving others, and you'll find fulfillment at the end of that road. Coastal Baseball thrived on two non-negotiable values, and those were being selfless and being relentless. And we were always selfless and we were always relentless. And that kind of attitude and what we encompass as a team led a group of guys, some would call a group of misfits, right, to reach the pinnacle of college sports with a little bit of never backing down and a whole lot of loving each other. So I just want to thank everyone here tonight who's given us this opportunity, and go Shants. Thank you.
Next we have Alex Ross, football, 2011 through 2015. Two-time finalist for the Walter Payton Award in 2014 and 2015. 2015 AFCA All-American. He was a 2014 Big South Offensive Player of the Year. Three-time All-Big South First Team honoree in 13, 14, and 15. That was the first time in Big South history. 2015 Big South Football Scholar Athlete of the Year. He was named the 2015 Big South All-Academic Team. 2015 Co-SIDA Academic All-America Second Team Selection. 2015 FCS Athletic Directors Association Academic All-Star. 2016 member of the NFF Hampshire Honor Society. 7-time Big South Offensive Player of the Week honoree. He set 12 Coastal Carolina football career records. He was named the 2010 through 2019 Big South All-Decade Football Team, and he played professionally in the CFL and the AAF. toughest ever to play the position of quarterback. This one starting 3 years, Alex Ross.
First off, I want to start by congratulating everybody who was inducted here tonight. I know everybody needs a good foundation with family in order to get to this point. And not everybody realizes the hard work that goes into accomplishing something like this. So I do want to give a congratulations to everybody who made it here tonight. For me, it was a pretty cool story of how I ended up at Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina wasn't even on the map for me, to be honest, and I was on my way up to a camp at Wake Forest, and my mom said, why don't you stop at Coastal Carolina and do the one-day camp they have there on the way? So I was like, okay, why not? So I stopped here at Coastal Carolina. It was kind of like a nostalgic feeling here. Loved the area. Ended up doing the one-day camp when Coach Bennett was the coach at Coastal Carolina. Fell in love with the area. Went up to Wake Forest, did the one-day camp there, and a week later, Coach Bennett called me and he said, he said more like, hey son, we want to offer you a full ride to Coastal Carolina. And ever since that point, there was no looking back. So I decided to come to Coastal Carolina. And then after my first year here, I redshirted, and Coach Bennett and pretty much his whole staff was wiped out. So I was getting kind of scared. I was like, I don't know, should I transfer? What should I do here? And then I hear that there's some billionaire head coach coming in to be our head coach. Coach Mowgli, you did so much for me. It was a blessing that you ended up here at Coastal Carolina. I'm so thankful for everything that you brought, the notoriety that you brought to the program, and the professionalism that you brought here to the campus and what you've done for us up until this point. So I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank a couple other people in my life. I want to thank my family, all of my brothers and sisters. You don't know how much it actually means when you guys would come out and support me endlessly. I want to thank my aunt and uncle who are here tonight, everything that you guys have done for me. I want to thank my beautiful girlfriend and her family who came out to support me tonight. And I do want to thank my dad for the grit and the grind that he helped to establish in my life. Even though he would beat me over the head sometimes, yeah, I know it was for the good. But I really am thankful for everybody who's been a part of my life to get me here. Honestly, I couldn't do it without my teammates. I owe it all to my teammates and honestly my offensive line. And that's a very quarterback cliche thing to say, but I'm going to continue to say it until I die. But I thank everybody here who came out to support us tonight. I want to thank God, obviously our Heavenly Father, for the position that He's put me in, and for allowing His blessings to be bestowed upon me. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys, and God bless.
Next up, we have G.K. Young, baseball, 2014-2016. A shot that will never be forgotten around here. A member of the 2016 College World Series National Championship team. A semifinalist for the 2016 Dig Hauser Trophy awarded to the College Player of the Year. Named a 2016 First Team All-America by ABCA, NWBCA, and Hero Sports. The 2016 ABCA All-Region Selection. 2016 All-Big South First Team Honoree. Named to the 2015 Big South All-Tournament Team. He holds a Coastal Carolina program record for the most at-bats in a single season with 294 in 2016. He tied for the Coastal Carolina program record for most hits in a single season with 99 in 2016. He was drafted in the 31st round of the 2016 Major League Baseball draft by the San Diego Padres.
I'd like to congratulate everybody that's been inducted tonight. I'd also like to thank Ms. Kirkendall for her public speaking class. Before we get started. There really never was another school for me. Growing up 10 minutes down the road, getting out of baseball practice, I'd always tell my dad, we got to get to Coastal. We got to get there right now. I always had to know what newest bats were that Coastal was hitting, or I had to have whatever they had since I was 10 years old. And I knew I'd always wanted to play there. Well, what really capped it off for me was in 8th grade, Coach Gilmore came and spoke at a baseball tournament in Georgetown, and he gave his testimony at a about FCA. And I told my dad after that, I said, I'm going to play for that man one day. So I'm going to do whatever I got to do. I'm going to play for that man. So 10 years later, or not 10 years later, 10 years from now, I go on my official visit to sit down and talk with him. And I look at him and I tell him, it's the only school I've ever wanted to play at, and you're the only coach I've ever wanted to play for. And he told me, he said, I've never had a kid tell me that before. And I said, well, I'm coming here. I'm coming to play for you. I'd also like to thank my family. I wouldn't be where I'm at without them. Thank you, Dad, for all the baseballs you threw me. Granddaddy, for all the baseball bats you bought me. I know they were expensive. He'd always go, good Lord, $400 for a bat? But he'd buy me as many as it took to get me to where I needed to be. My beautiful wife, thank you for always being by my side. I love you so much. I love this university. I would do anything in the world for it. And this right here was the icing on the cake. So thank you all. I love you all. Thank you so much.
What a wonderful night. Let's give all these new inductees another round of applause.